What if the secret that binds you isn't a scandal to be buried, but the only honest language left in a relationship built on performance? And true intimacy begins not when you confess, but when you stop needing the world to validate what exists only in the quiet. In Just Between Us, Lena Hendrix delivers a contemporary romance that transforms the forbidden love trope into a luminous exploration of private truth versus public persona, proving that in lives curated for consumption, the most radical act is protecting a connection that refuses to be content. This isn't merely another steamy secret relationship tale with stolen moments. It's a psychologically precise narrative where every whispered conversation feels like both sanctuary and rebellion. Consent is negotiated through mutual discretion rather than assumed trust, and love means choosing authenticity even when visibility demands compromise. From the first hushed narration, listeners are immersed in a world where silence is sacred and presence is the only true vow. Perfect for fans of emotionally intelligent romance and stories where female agency thrives within constraint, this audiobook serves up atmospheric intimacy, relentless emotional honesty, and protagonists whose journey from hidden lovers to sovereign partners resonates with anyone who's ever loved someone the world wasn't ready to see. When corporate communications director Maya Lin enters a discreet relationship with her firm's reclusive CEO, Julian Thorne, she expects professional risk. Not to discover his quiet intensity mirrors the parts of herself she spent years editing out of public narratives. But as they navigate boardroom politics and private reckonings, Maya realizes this bond isn't about secrecy, it's about calibration. Hendrix masterfully avoids reducing Maya to ambitious subordinate or Julian to brooding billionaire. Instead, she crafts a relationship rooted in radical reciprocity within constraint, where trust is earned through honoring boundaries even as desire blurs them, and where intimacy emerges from seeing each other beyond titles. The audiobook narration amplifies this emotional alchemy, capturing Maya's polished composure softening into genuine receptivity, and Julian's guarded authority revealing warmth beneath disciplined restraint. You don't just hear their connection deepen, you feel the seismic shift of two souls learning that some truths can only be spoken when no one else is listening. What elevates Just Between Us beyond typical secret romance fare is its nuanced portrayal of privacy as protective practice rather than shame-based concealment. Maya isn't merely hiding a relationship, she's confronting how career success taught her to equate worth with visibility, challenging the notion that love requires public validation. Julian doesn't claim her through grand gestures, he creates space where her complexity can exist without performance, honoring her autonomy even as his own walls crumble. Their relationship evolves through acts of radical reciprocity, sharing silences during late-night strategy sessions that bypass pretense, establishing protocols that protect both professional integrity and emotional safety, and defending each other from colleagues who mistake discretion for deceit. Supporting characters add vital texture, assistants whose loyalty masks curiosity, friends whose concern reflects societal pressure, even the city itself, rendered as living archive whose neon lights absorb decades of unspoken connections. Every interaction reinforces the novel's core truth. In economies built on exposure, tenderness is insurgency, and presence is the only true currency. Even the romance mechanics serve thematic depth, with coded messages mirroring emotional attunement, and private rituals become metaphors for earned trust. For audiobook listeners, this production is pure auditory sanctuary with substance. The narrator embodies Maya and Julian with remarkable distinction. Maya's voice carries crisp intelligence laced with dawning softness, while Julian's low timbre trembles with suppressed tenderness beneath executive cadence, making their chemistry palpable even in stillness. Sound design enhances atmosphere without overwhelming intimacy. Distant traffic hums marking urban isolation, rain against penthouse windows during vulnerable confessions, the hushed rustle of silk sinking with breath during quiet exchanges, all anchor emotional stakes in sensory reality. Pacing mirrors the rhythm of concealed devotion, deliberate during reflection and boundary setting, then surging with urgency as external pressures collide with internal awakenings. Whether you're commuting through public spaces or unwinding in twilight solitude, the audiobook creates a portable haven where slowness feels sacred and connection feels lifeline. It's storytelling as embodied validation, transforming passive listening into active participation in a love story that honors both privacy and partnership. Ultimately, Just Between Us redefines contemporary romance by centering female epistemology within professional frameworks. It satisfies genre cravings for satisfying chemistry and hopeful resolution, while delivering substantive commentary on workplace dynamics, masculine vulnerability, and the radical act of building relationships based on mutual recognition rather than spectacle.
No prior series knowledge is needed. It stands confidently as a complete emotional odyssey. If you've ever wondered whether love can thrive in shadow, or if true strength requires protecting what others demand you display, this audiobook will affirm that sometimes the most powerful vow is simply choosing each other when the world looks away. Press play, close the door, and prepare to believe that even in landscapes shaped by performance, hearts still find ways to be real. Your next favorite romance isn't waiting in grand declarations. It's waiting in the brave, trembling choice to keep something sacred just between us.